In the game of loans, you either win or you learn. Welcome to the game of loans, where fortunes are forged and empires are built. Your hosts, lords of lending and wholesaling, are here to guide you through the realm of real estate and wealth building. Brace yourselves, cash flow is coming. Welcome to episode 15. I have here Melissa, who took my fucking seat.
It's my seat now.
And Michael Gomez, who stayed in his own fucking seat.
This is my seat now.
I'm the only motherfucker that moved. No, she moved too and took my seat. On today's podcast, we're going to talk about what not to do in real estate.
Oh,
And what to
that's
do.
great.
No, fuck them.
Fuck them.
On this one, we're going to fuck them. We're not going to teach them anything.
Do you know who Mel
Well,
Robbins
we're
is?
Teach them,
Do you
we're
know?
going to
Wait,
just teach them what
I
not
just
to
want to
do. I'm
interject.
tired of fucking making people money.
Do you know who Mel Robbins is? She's this lady, has this awesome podcast. She's got this thing called the let them theory.
Yes.
I think you should do your like fuck him theory, which is insane. It's basically the same thing.
No, there was another one.
What?
What was the one I said to you that you liked?
Oh, I can't disclose that.
No, you can.
This is a
Whisper it to
family
me outside.
establishment.
It's not fucking the last fucking. Yeah. I'm
A
willing to make-
motherfucker episode.
No, you're a fucking motherfucker.
That's right.
That's what we're gonna make.
That was one of the
t-shirts
best compliments I've received in a good while from a fellow
All right,
man.
well, I'm going to throw some positivity into this
Let's go.
episode.
Let's go.
We're gonna just edit you out.
But listen,
This
this is
is
the thing.
This is a negative.
He's just
fucking
mad because
podcast.
I got the chair.
This is a negative podcast, and I'm gonna be venting the whole fucking time.
It's
I'm
almost
just fucking
like
telling you this.
what you wish you knew
Is this therapy?
episode.
It is therapy, for sure.
No, I'm saying like to talk
Let's
about
start.
the one not to do is basically like, hey, what you would have done different, or if there's a way like that wouldn't have worked. Like I can tell you things that I've been learning now, even though I'm a very seasoned investor, is that lately I've been putting more attention on who's going to be my partner in the deal than the actual deal. I mean,
Yeah.
let's say the deal already makes sense, and I need a partner. Sometimes I just do it myself,
Yeah.
but like I need to learn, and I've been learning to pay more attention.
Yeah.
No, I really have to vet. I really have to just not. Honesty, there are already things that should be a given. Is the guy in financial problems or the girl in financial problems? Are they honest? Do they have some sort of track record? And you know what? And even so, if you vet everything, you can find somebody that used to be good, and then they are not good anymore.
Well,
so
there's
that's
a
kind of
reason,
like no
though.
way.
So I agree with you.
Let's unpack the whole partner.
So I was saying, it's so funny that you bring that up. Do you know how people used to lend money back in the day?
How so?
Before credit reports? No, this is real.
Yeah.
You know? So what would happen is, so let's say you wanted to go to the bank to borrow money and you lived in the fucking, in that area. So the banker would legitimately ask you for reference letters
Yep.
from people that you've borrowed money from. Like real.
That's right.
And it'd be like, well, I borrowed fucking $500 from Jimmy,
The crackhead down the street.
Well, no. But that would be a business.
Jimmy Tough Nuts.
No.
Jimmy Tough
It would be
Nuts.
like the jeweler, right? I went to buy jewelry from Jimmy, and Jimmy lent me fucking $500,
Right.
and here is the reference letter from Jimmy. I went to the locksmith. I borrowed fucking $30 or not much. So that's how, and then the bankers, obviously being from the same fucking town, used to know, well, okay. And they used to call, hey, Jimmy, did you really lend this motherfucker $50?
Right.
And did he really pay? Yeah, I really
Yep.
did. And, and to verify that shit. So I've been saying for a very long time that we should now have, besides credit reporting, like social reporting, right?
Okay.
Like that. Like
Give an example.
Like what he's saying, is this guy someone that fucked
Legit.
you over?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How is it like a character report?
Because there are other things. It's other things. It's like, okay, so the guy's honest, but can he get shit done?
But
People talk the talk. People can come and
because-
write a really nice
but if
report and
but
all
if
this
he's
shit.
really
It's like-
honest,
Or is he just a salesperson?
No, but if he's really honest, then he's going to tell you the truth that he can't
Really?
get it done.
No, they won't.
well, then he's not honest.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm talking about honesty. I guess more focusing on honesty on the money side. Like, is he gonna take money? But there's another type of honesty, which is like,
Well, they might not know either, right? They might think that they are capable.
That's true.
But in reality, they're
don't.
not,
No.
and they can't get the job done.
Wow, that's true.
But listen, the other thing, but again, like a social credit report.
Yeah.
A social report, right? Like this
references.
guy fucked me. He could have an 800 fucking FICO score, but that doesn't mean he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean he's trustworthy. Doesn't mean he's not gonna fuck you at the end of the day,
Yeah.
or take your money, or he hasn't fucked somebody else that did something, right? So I'm like, fuck, they should start like having like reporting on people.
Just
that are
references.
just animals.
Hey, give me a couple references from. Have you borrowed private money before? Can I get references? Because once it should be. Okay, something happened to me a few weeks back. I needed a sub.
Okay.
I needed a sub because the sub and the builder that was working for me were in disagreement.
Okay.
And the sub left. Right.
Okay.
Nice.
So I tried to get another sub, and they were awesome. You know, the first thing they said, "Why did the other guy leave?"
Yeah.
Right.
First question they asked.
Yeah.
Those are subs that know already.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody left,
There's a reason.
and sometimes, and I just told them the truth, they had both had a lot of ego,
Yeah.
and then they just didn't work out. It wasn't a money thing. It wasn't whatever. And I don't know if it worked out with them or not, but like I was impressed.
Yeah.
In the sense that like they're like, why the guy leave? They were not like, oh yeah, we want to go see the job. Not the first question.
Yeah.
Why did the other guy leave? Really good, valid question. I was like almost taken back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, so we do a lot of business where, not a lot, but on stalled or mid construction deals.
I was just
Right.
about to say
but
that's one of the first questions I ask.
Is what happened?
What happened?
How did you run out of fucking money? Like, what happened over here? Like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the fucking lender? Like, what did you do or what happened?
Yeah, if somebody comes to me with an appraisal from another lender, my very first question is, why did it fall out?
Yeah.
Right?
Right,
It
yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that it was a bad situation
but you wanna know.
on the client, but I need to know. I need to address
Do you
all
feel
red
like
flags up front.
Some of them get taken back by that initial question. They're like,
Not the ones that know what they're doing. And if they do get offended, then they've
flag,
done something wrong.
red flag. We should have
100%.
little red flags over here. To like,
No,
wave them,
but
like-
that would be the social report. That would be the social credit report, right?
Yeah.
So people have different, you could report this guy, stay away from this fucking guy. He did X, Y, and Z to me. He rented my apartment and he fucked it all up. Because you're not going to get that shit on the credit report, right?
No.
Like, don't rent the fucking house to this guy.
Yeah.
Don't rent an apartment to this guy. Don't do this. Don't do that because of this and that.
Yeah.
And or don't go into business with this motherfucker. He's fucked me in business before.
Right. Yeah.
And I like that. You kind of get that. You know where you get that? You kind of get that on Facebook Marketplace,
Okay.
right? Where they'll tell you, they'll tell you,
Is this available?
well, you go, is this available? No, but then you could see the guy's ranking. Like people would go 5 stars. Yeah, this guy's reliable.
Yeah.
Or they'll trash on him. No, he fucked me up. The guy only has 2.5 stars. I always look at the stars. Or almost like
I mean, that's very common in today's Uber Eats, Uber driving,
100%.
whatever, Airbnb, VBRO. It's all, and not only are you ranking the owners, but the owners get to rank you as the tenant.
right. So I think if we had that, just because I'll tell you why. The whole point of credit reporting was because no longer were the banks that were giving credit out local, right?
Yeah. So you didn't know Jimmy down the street
Correct.
to validate.
They didn't know fucking Jimmy the mechanic.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, did this guy, did he pay you back on time? Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Or, no, he fucked me up. He stopped paying me 50% in, right?
Right.
So where you had, let's say, and what ended up happening, even like with like local banks back then, I remember like in the 80s, aging myself, we didn't have credit reports.
Yeah.
You know, until the 90s, that's when really credit reports came.
You're that old?
Yes.
I know. I was gonna say I wasn't born till 2000.
Yeah, you weren't born until 2006.
Are you in the 2000s?
Yeah, kids.
Yes.
So
I'm so dumb. I'm like, you in the 2000s? Are you in the 2000s?
yeah, I am. Thank you. Cheers to you.
Cheers to 2006, your birthday.
Thank you.
Birth year. But so what ended up happening is they started centralizing, like for Citibank and even Chase or whatever fucking banks there were back then. They started actually centralizing the lending decisions in wherever their headquarters were or other places. So that's where credit reporting came into place.
Nice.
Wow.
I did not know that.
And then
Yeah.
they just
But before then, sorry,
no, go for
when it was like when we were giving FHA mortgages,
Yeah.
they actually had to go out and get 3 actual credit reference letters from people. Like, you know, and Spanish dudes used to go to like the fucking bodegas and shit. I swear to God. I mean, this is how it worked out.
Yeah.
Like you had to go out and fucking get credit reference letters.
When was this? What year?
In the 80s.
You know, there's a sign that 99.9 of the bodegas have in Spanish says, hoy no fío, mañana sí, which means like, today I don't lend, tomorrow yes. But then every day you read the sign, it's today.
Yep.
Should we describe what a bodega is?
No, people know.
Do they know?
But I do want to make a
People
shirt that
know.
says that, hoy no fío, hoy no fío, mañana
That's
sí.
a great.
What is it? What is a bodega?
A bodega is like a local grocery store where everything happens.
But a small one.
It's a local small deli.
Convenience, El Deli. Oh,
It's a
yeah.
deli.
Produce.
Produce. It's a hangout.
Yep.
You know, people chill in the front.
Yeah.
It's a social area.
Yeah.
The real smart ones have the illegal gambling machines in the basement.
But we don't talk about Bruno.
And that's where life happens.
Yeah.
You know, in the local neighborhood.
Bodegas are awesome. They're the heartbeat of the neighborhoods, really.
100%.
That's a good way to describe it.
They are the heartbeat.
And they know, you know, it's, I mean, the gossip you get at the salon, the hair salon, but
And the bodega is
Yeah.
the bodega owner knows everything
Oh, yeah, he knows
about
he knows
what's
everything.
going on in the neighborhood. That motherfucker is the CIA
Mm-hmm.
of the neighborhood because he's listening. to
Yeah, you don't
everything
have that in
happening.
Tennessee. Or at least you don't have that in Williamson County, that's for damn sure. Are there bodegas in
No.
Nashville?
Are they bodega? No.
No.
Gas station.
they got
Yeah.
some convenience stores, and like if you go to Antioch and Laverne, or you'll find some Mexican
Maybe on
convenience-
Nolensville
Yeah,
Road?
convenience
Pike,
stores are like
whatever it's
fully
called.
Well, they don't
international.
have. I mean, they don't really have. You know, it's not the inner city where you had Latinos like
Yeah.
Right.
centralized in a
Yeah,
place,
we don't have a
you know?
Washington Heights here.
It's
like,
not.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Or
It's
like the Bronx,
Right,
like
no,
you know,
no,
it
no,
just
no.
doesn't. There's
That
no
makes
grand
sense.
concourse where you know, where everything.
I'll
is
tell you, you can
centralized.
find some damn good fried chicken and hot
Some
chicken.
hot chicken.
That's
I'll tell
right.
you what you'll fucking find.
Helen's over there in Jefferson Street.
I've never had.
You should.
Let's go.
I'll make sure.
I mean,
Next
how
lunch,
much hot chicken can you have? Is there
that
never
was-
never enough?
Well, you just don't even have answered. Ask that question. You don't have to
I
ask.
mean,
You fucking eat hot chicken every other day. You said.
that's different. Let's not even discuss that on here. Okay, we're not talking about
All I
that.
know is that you better be careful. Like we were talking about how they have a Hattie Beast in the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the hell is brave enough,
Me.
or dumb enough,
Me.
or gay enough
Manuel.
Well, women don't do that, so
to eat hot chicken before you get it on a fucking plate? I mean,
No,
that
no.
is
It does have to
that
be
is
hot.
like
truth
It
or
does have to be
dare.
hot. It doesn't have to be hot.
What do you mean? You're gonna go
he's
to Hattie
saying
Beast?
fried chicken, period.
No, I mean you can get it just regular, but if you eat like
Have you
hot
had
chicken,
have you had the regular chicken?
Oh, yeah.
From there?
yeah, it's
Pretty
good,
fucking
really good,
It's
really
very
good, delicious.
I like
It's probably.
spicy.
I know you like spicy, but he's
but common sense, bro.
he's
I mean,
saying because he's
Well,
Dominican.
girls don't do that, so we don't have to worry about
that's
that.
true. You guys don't do any.
They
of that.
don't-
You guys
they
go to
don't
the bathroom.
poop.
They don't go to the
Girls
bathroom.
Yeah.
They don't poop.
Never seen it.
No,
No,
I've never
it's
even
not.
heard that word.
No,
There you go.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't
So
exist.
when you see a bathroom like for ladies, it's just like powder their nose.
yeah, it's,
Yes.
they don't go in there.
Maybe a
Meanwhile.
little pee-pee.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe a sprinkle will come
I
out.
don't know where this is going, but we are supposed to be talking about what not to do in real estate.
What you don't do in real estate is eat hot chicken and get on a fucking plane.
That's right. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't fucking do that in
Yeah.
2005, motherfuckers.
Yeah, no. So I already talked about.
I mean, 2025. And don't do it in 2005 either. All right?
Yeah.
Be careful picking your partner.
Yes.
What are the best ways to like
I
vet a
would
partner
actually-
when you don't know the partner and they come and you're about to partner? Let's say the partner has a piece of land paid for, and they're like, "Hey, here's my land, and you can build on it." Like,
How do
obviously,
you vet that partner
Yeah,
out?
I mean, honestly,
Yeah, but
that's an easy one because they're already bringing a piece of bread.
There's difference.
Yeah.
A
Are
difference
you
in
talking short-term partnership or long-term partnership?
Let's do it like this.
Case
Because
by
a lot of
case?
people are flipping, right? So let's say you want to renovate a house, and you guys tell them you guys have no experience. You need to partner up with a builder that has done their own flips. Let's start there. That's a very realistic scenario, right?
Yeah, but that's a short-term
Okay,
partnership.
short term,
Yeah.
regardless, that can
But
make
sure.
or break you. So now you're gonna go out there and try to find a builder, and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you 50% of this deal that I found, and I'm gonna get the hard money loan on my name, but you have to be in it because we need the experience, and you're responsible to flip in this house. And then we'll sell it, and then we'll split whatever profit is. You can charge a reasonable fee for being the GC. And that, what should you be asking? What should you be aware of for this new partner that you don't really know? That maybe your cousin Joe told you that Jimmy Toughnuts is a great contractor.
Okay. So, are you talking the fucking guy that has the experience or the guy that's bringing the deal?
he's talking the guy that has the experience.
The guy that's bringing the deal doesn't have the experience.
Okay.
So now he
But
needs
he
a
could
partner.
he could also be a jerk off.
Yeah, but in
That's
his,
right.
in
But
his
in my situation,
So
I'm the guy.
It's harder to bet out the fucking guy bringing
Yes.
the deal than the guy who's taking the deal.
Because
Let's
the
play-
GC
let's play it
has
both ways
more
then.
risk
Yeah.
than Joe Smith.
And it's easier to bet out
who's-
the GC.
It's easier to vet. Yeah,
Because to bet out the GC, you can go, well,
See,
can you show
you
me?
can actually
Let me see what
validate
the fuck you
work
did.
that's
You bring,
been
you bring a really good
completed.
point. So let's say you're IGC and now somebody comes and gives you this like golden goose opportunity. What you should be looking for?
You take full responsibility, but you have full control.
and you do a full analysis
and
of
a
what
full
the
analysis.
project
Well,
is.
Full control.
Right?
I like that.
But you have full control.
Yeah.
The motherfucker that's coming to you is 49%, you're 51%, and you have full control.
And most
full
likely
say,
they're
full
desperate.
everything. And that's
Desperation
that's
might
the only
be
way
a
you do
reach.
it.
Just in the
but-
sense that they want to get their first deal done, so
Yeah.
they don't know shit. They just think that you're gonna flip a house in 2 months and that you're never
Yep.
gonna find termites.
But that's why you can't let them out, but they can have zero fucking say in the project.
You're looking
Nothing.
more so at the project in
Yeah.
that
Okay, so what
scenario.
you're advising is the contract to say, hey, I'm very thankful. This is all I've done. You
Yeah.
can ask all these people, the house that I built. If I want to partner with you, which means I'm not going to bring any money, I'm going to bring my sweat equity, which, by the way, I am going to charge you a fee because I still
Yeah.
have to get paid.
Correct.
This is time, so I'm not just going to get all in the back end because you were going to have to pay a contractor.
Yeah.
And that line from that, the lender knows there's a contractor that's going to be paid whether you're partner or not. So I need to get paid. Maybe I won't charge you the full amount that I would charge because I'm a partner, and we want there to be like a good amount of money at the end. So because that is the deal, and we want to continue a good partnership with this. But there's a few things that I need. I need 51%. I need control. You can look at the budget with me, but I can tell you right now this is this, and you have to agree. If not, I have no need for this deal. Walk away.
Yep.
Wow. Right? It's good.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
and
all it is.
51% is aggressive, right? But that is full control. 100%. I agree
Because
with you.
even if they agree to take a less percentage, okay, you still want to have 51% full control, but then
Now,
split,
maybe we
but
should
then
explain
split
what
Split could be
50
50-50.
the split of the
The profit.
profit could be anything you want.
So that's a good thing. Maybe we should explain
great,
what
that's great.
51% actually means. That people might think
Yeah,
we're
because there's
talking
got to be an
about
LLC
profit.
created. The
The
builder's going to
LLC
have to
or
be there because you guys need
corporation,
to have on the loan that guy with the experience,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
So he's going to be
Exactly.
liable
They
for
have
that
to
money.
be the
100%.
guarantor.
So it's not just like, hey, I'm funding everything. I need your experience, but you don't have to be. No, you have to be on the fucking
I'll
loan.
give you, I'll
Absolutely.
give you a perfect example. I'm in a business right now where I am the majority shareholder, but I do not make the majority of the money.
You just wanted the control.
I wanted the full control
Or no
because
deal.
it's all my money.
You would have walked away.
I would have said I did walk
Another
away.
great example, the clients we met yesterday. One has the experience, the other doesn't. One was hesitant to go on the loan as a guarantor.
Which bothered me. Which very much bothered me.
But
and let me tell you on that one, the fact that the guy that had the experience wouldn't go on the fucking loan was a major red flag for me.
yeah,
And because the Puerto Rican one is not that experienced, and the guy that's going to run everything
yep.
is experienced,
but wants zero risk.
and wants zero risk. And
Now,
that's
let me interject over here. That's good to raise that up. But it could be that the guy simply, like, I have a friend of mine. I don't care how good the deal is. He's 67 years old. He's like, Mike, I'll partner with you from here to the moon. I will never sign a note on anything. And it's not about me or the shadiness of the deal, whatever. It's just he doesn't want to be liable into it. So that could be the case.
What? No. No, you're right. But with that guy,
This guy doesn't want to be liable.
But with that,
But they want $15 million.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dough.
That's
a lot of
money.
dough.
But and on the first project, the problem is that guy that doesn't want to be liable can fucking split at any time. Right? Leaving the other guy to hold his dick in his hand.
Because he doesn't have
Because he has no ownership.
experience.
He can just walk
Well,
away.
he has-
so that's what
he
you're
has
looking
no
at.
liability.
It's like, what happened if you guys have a fit?
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
guy simply walks away.
What if
Yeah.
he goes to this guy and he says,
And he's the only one
you
that
know,
knows what
yeah,
he's doing.
Yeah. And he goes to the guy and he says, and if you don't think this has happened, trust me, I've seen this happen before. They get 75% through. He goes, I don't feel comfortable with just having 30% of the profits.
Right then?
Yeah.
I'd like 50%. Now this guy's fucking 9 months pregnant in a deal. What's he gonna do?
Yeah.
Tommy Tough Nuts.
It happens, right? No. And the guy goes, no, I'm
Yeah.
out. Fuck you. You're done.
Yeah.
Walk away.
Walk away. And I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
That bothers me more than anything. Now, will we do the deal? I don't know. But the fact that he didn't want to go on and he is the only one out of the three schmucks that know what the fuck they're doing, that's a problem. As a lender.
You know they're
As
going to
a
watch
lender.
this episode, right?
Are you going to personally send it to them?
Absolutely.
We haven't said any names, okay? Could be anybody.
He's a Puerto Rican.
No,
I mean, you might have a lot of Puerto Rican
I meant
clients, okay?
Dominican. I meant Dominican. I'm talking about Juan Jose.
You know?
Yeah, I have a lot of Puerto Rican fucking clients.
Of course you do.
In New York, I do a lot. I do a lot of business with Puerto Ricans.
I love this. I love this show. It's awesome.
Make sure we don't post that.
I just made you think. I'm like, they're following us
I
anywhere
don't.
now.
Listen, the chances of us being able
Just
to do
cut
that
out
deal.
Puerto Rican part. That's all.
Oh, but the chances of us being able to actually do that deal are going to be. It's going to be.
It's very difficult.
It's very
the reason
difficult.
it's
And I don't know.
their dreams exceed what is realistic.
It's called. It's Budweiser.
It also
dreams.
shows the lack of experience.
Yeah, it is.
Right? That shows
Because
the
if
lack.
you had the experience, you
'cause
wouldn't be
it's
trying to
pipe
chew that
dreams.
much.
Okay, so now.
Oh,
Not-
what not to
Okay.
do? Again, hey, this
Did
is
I
really
not ask
good. What
that?
not to do?
What did I ask him?
You did, but I want to say something. This is why, Mike, I respect you so much.
Thank you.
This is the truth. Because you could just be like, fuck it. This is a fucking money cow. I'm just going to fucking sell it as much. Who gives a
Yeah.
fuck?
No.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
You want to buy? No problem, motherfucker. When what you were saying at the table,
Yeah.
it's like, this is what a realtor with integrity is.
I've told him many times.
And you were telling them, although it's directly affecting your own fucking pocket.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Saying, maybe you guys should slow the fuck down.
Maybe
And-
you do the two that you have, get them
Right,
off the ground,
right.
see how things work. You've never even built here in Nashville yet.
Correct.
It's like, what's the velocity, the necessity
But
to
that's
be able to
why.
do this that quick?
But that's why the other guy doesn't want to sign on.
Yeah.
That's why.
I
Because
asked
he's
him.
smart. And I wouldn't either.
That's a good
Now,
contrast.
if I were the other guy with the experience, I totally would be like, no.
don't do this.
I don't want to
Don't
do
do this.
And I could tell every time the other guy was like, no, we want to do one per quarter, this and that.
The body language.
The body language of the guy with the experience was like,
Yeah, like,
I don't know if this is a fucking good idea, But he wasn't saying anything because A, he's not coming in with any money.
Right.
B, he's not fucking signing a PG
Anything.
on it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, fuck
Exactly.
you, it's shit, man.
that's a good example of like,
But
if
he
you
did.
can
He's
tell
selling
somebody,
his business.
Yeah.
And quitting his job to full-time focus on this, the
Absolutely.
GC,
Oh yeah,
contractor.
he is.
He is not.
No, he
I'm
is. He
just
is. That's why
saying
they need
that's-
one more
Not.
deal. They need one more deal to pay him off in
So
the front end.
what I asked them
I
in a
don't believe that
very,
shit.
in a
You
very
believe that?
mindful
Yeah, I do.
way.
A,
I
it's not his business.
No, I do believe it. I do believe
No.
it.
So
Okay. The guy is selling his business.
Right.
The contractor,
he said he was too.
he
Yeah.
doesn't have a business.
No,
he
he's
works
quitting.
for
He's
somebody.
quitting his job.
Quitting his job,
Quitting his job.
excuse me.
He's quitting his job. His
Excuse
job that he's
me.
had for I don't know
Let's
decades.
see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see if that
Let's see how it
happens.
play out. But
Yeah.
and this is the thing, it very well could be an anomaly because it could be that they do their strategy and it works.
But odds are against them.
My advice from the beginning has been like, hey,
Why take on such a
why are you
large
doing
project?
This? And then a good friend of mine, the 67-year-old guy that I was talking about that won't sign, he's one of the smartest guys that I know. We should bring him here. Oh my gosh. He has property in Bangkok and lived in China. That man has lived like 20 lives, and he loves real estate development, knows everything in and out. And we were just like, hey, why do you need to take this much? And then he reminded me of a guy that came to Nashville 5 years ago, developer. This guy flew his own plane here. Okay.
Wow.
This guy was at the very top, planes, boats, everything. And yesterday he's like, we were talking about one development that didn't work out with them, and then he passed on it. And he's like, oh yeah, by the way, so and so. It's like, yeah, man, he lost it all.
Oh,
The
wow.
boats, the things, or whatever. And you know what he was doing? More.
Yeah.
More than he can chew.
Yeah.
There is
Exactly.
no need. There is no need. Listen to me, investors, please. If there's something that I can tell you that can save you a lot of aggravation in your life is, they asked Luke Combs, the country artist, how he handles his money. He's like, if you can't afford it, don't buy it.
Right.
You can use that same. Like, there's no need for you to go out and try to like,
Bite
even
off
if you
more
can
than
raise
you
the
can
money, even if you do this, like you don't need to be doing 20,000 projects at the same time.
No.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get one, then get another, then get a good team around you, then start getting stuff, then start thinking about the crew that you're
Yeah.
going to keep really busy because those are going to be the faithful ones. And then you can start, and then start hiring people
Yeah.
that you can duplicate yourself
So
so that
pretty
you're
much
not going
don't
crazy.
go from 0 to 100.
100%. 100%. That is like one of the best advices. And you can do that in a small scale, flipping. Oh, my goal is to flip 10 houses a month. Sure. There's many people. Dude, get one.
Yeah.
Get two, get three. Like you don't have to like go get under contract 10 properties in 1 month if you're not ready for it. And then think about the stress. We're talking about how we deal as investors with our mental health. That'll fuck you up.
Yeah.
Okay, that keeps you up at night. Gets your cortisol like you don't have time to work out, you don't have time to eat decent, you don't have time to be present with your wife and your kids. And then at the end of the day, what for?
So this is the thing. The thing is, he's trying to max out the fucking leverage. He's selling his business for $2 million, which in the scheme of things, it's not going to be a fucking pimple on the ass of what he's trying to do. Okay,
That's a weird analogy. Get it?
It's
Analogy.
true. Analogy. Please don't turn fucking Manuel on. And so the issue is, he showed that he's a novice in many different fucking ways.
Yeah.
Because he's just not thinking. It's like you said, now you're holding on to fucking 67 properties or whatever the fuck you're doing. You haven't sold any. You're paying fucking interest on that shit. How fast does interest burn up fucking everything that you have?
I don't know if that's the kind of loan they have though. I think he got a loan for the land and then raised the money for the vertical.
Which deal are we talking about out of curiosity?
Your
Columbia?
deal?
67.
Colombia?
No, not my deal.
The 67, they have nothing yet.
Nothing.
No, they're doing civil on it.
Correct. I mean, excuse me. I shouldn't say they have nothing, but that's what we were talking about, right? They're looking for the vertical and the horizontal
For the 67.
Yeah.
for the 67. So
Well,
the
I thought
only
he had
thing
I thought he had told me
they
that they were gonna
acquired the
use-
land.
Oh, maybe they acquired the land with the raised money that they raised.
I don't know.
Possibly.
Oh, he said
It was 50%. So they have a lien on it.
Oh, so they do have a loan. They
Yeah.
raised 50%.
Yep.
And then they borrow the other 50%.
Yeah, and 50%, what, we're talking 600 grand for a $20 million project? Nothing.
It's not enough. It's nothing. It's not enough.
Zero liquidity.
Right.
It's not, so what ends up happening is what he doesn't understand, and what I've seen, how fast when you're not selling homes, the
Yeah.
interest payments just fucking eat up They first start eating up all your fucking profits that you were looking to do, and then they bankrupt you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what he was asking for, what he's asking for is what a seasoned developer would have with an institution who has been working with them for many, many years.
Yeah.
But this is somebody who's done absolutely nothing ever.
Of that scale,
And
or ever. He hasn't
ever.
even built. How about this? He's never even finished one single family fucking project
Yeah.
from ground up.
Yeah.
You know how dangerous
So
that is?
the fact that he's asking for what he's asking shows his lack of maturity in the investment game.
I feel like
right?
he probably needs a good mentor. Wouldn't that be a perfect, if he's teachable? He could use, because I think he's very smart and has the ability to like raise all kinds of monies. But it's like, that's only a part of the equation. If you really don't know what the fuck you're doing, like you're going to get chewed up.
Yeah.
And look, if there's a will, there's a way, right? So what I can do is give him information on how this can get done, right? Bring on the GC as a partner. You're gonna have to come in. You have to have skin in the game, right? If we're putting all our eggs in one basket, you got to do the same. So
He's got to better bring the chicken.
right, you better be laying some eggs to get this done.
No, it's true. But so for our audience, what we want to say and what I tried to explain to him is that the most important thing for a lender like us, more than credit score, more than anything, is experience.
That's really going to be the deciding
you said that
factor.
yesterday at lunch, and it really
You
made
could
very
have
sense.
someone
It's
with a
very
600
important.
credit score and have zero derogatory.
500 credit
And
score.
just because they have high utilization, right?
Or
but
no,
GCs
even
are
let's
going to
say-
have
But
that.
let's even say the guy's got a banged up credit, but he's put up 300 homes.
Yeah.
He could have 400 fucking FICO
Yeah.
score. I'd give it to him over
Yeah.
somebody with 800 FICO score
with
no
zero
credit.
experience all day.
All day long.
100%.
You know, so to me, to be honest with you, the only reason that credit score even plays any role in our business,
It shows.
you know what it is because those loans are being securitized. And the rating agencies are so fucking stupid that they don't get, these are asset-based loans.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is experience. I'm battling right now, just so you know, between us.
Okay.
We're bringing on we're trying to bring on a new investor. It's a insurance company, big
Okay.
insurance company, and I'll tell you after because I can't. I'm on the NDA.
Yeah.
So, and the biggest conversation that we keep fucking having with them is, well, we don't want anything less than 725 to score. And I started laughing. I go,
Yeah.
what
so
the fuck
unrealistic.
are you guys talking about? Like, what do you think that the fucking FICO score has anything to do with this type of loan?
With the ability to produce and
that's the thing. I'm trying to explain to them. I'd rather you tell me I need this guy to at least have done 5 deals.
Yeah.
Than tell me I need a 725
Right.
Yeah.
deal.
Right. That's true. I can see that.
What happens is you have these people that went to the Ivy League schools,
Who
went
think
to
they
Wharton,
know.
and they think they know.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, the motherfuckers never even wrote a fucking application.
Yeah.
Never been on the field. Never even seen a house go up.
yeah.
Wow.
But they want to sit there and they want to dictate to us, well, there's a correlation between... No, there's no fucking... There is no correlation in our business
Yeah.
with shitty fucking FICO score and the job being done. You want correlation? 0 experience equals a fucking disaster.
Yep.
And that's just it. So in our business, unlike the regular fucking mortgage business, to me, I would just do away with fucking FICO scores, honestly.
Yeah.
How about this? I would lend on an honest appraisal. Meaning, you know what I mean.
Yep.
Right? Because
On a legit appraisal.
On a real legit appraisal.
Yep.
Not even lowballed. On a legit. I would go no asset check, no income check, no fucking anything check, no credit check, 60 LTV. Anyone that wanted it.
Wow. There you go. You heard it here.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm saying, if I could.
Click on the link below
Wait,
for
can
an
I start
application.
selling that?
No. If
just kidding.
I could do it.
If
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Why? Because even if deals go south at 60 LTV, you're so covered.
Yeah, you got so much of that,
Yeah,
especially.
it-
Now you mentioned like
who's-
a legit
but who's-
appraisal. How often do you guys see like whacked appraisals?
No,
All the time.
All the time.
How do you
all the
sniff
time.
them out?
the time.
Now it doesn't mean
How do you sniff them out,
It could
though?
be bad. It could be bad either way,
Yeah.
right? It could be
Which you
way
don't
too
like.
There's
conservative.
no way that this is that. Yeah, exactly.
It could be way too conservative, or it could be the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Right.
When do you
Right?
sniff them out? How do you
Every
sniff 'em
single time.
Every day. We fucking get bad appraisals on either way every fucking day.
Yeah.
So how about this? When I was lending on the regular side of the business, I had a guy, he was buying 6 identical fucking brownstones in Brooklyn. So you know
Yeah.
the brownstones
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, yeah. I know
So
exactly what you're talking
those brownstones are pretty much the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
The layouts are the same,
Yep,
everything.
same.
Square footage. We're talking.
Age,
Square footage,
everything.
And because the assholes that created Dodd-Frank, I had to use different appraisers.
Appraisers
I had
for
to use
each
different
one.
appraisers for each motherfucking house.
And that was a good exercise. What happened then?
Do you know that every fucking appraisal came back at a completely different value?
How
With
off, though?
different
How off?
comps?
How off?
With different comps,
Yeah.
different
how
values.
off? How off in value?
Some were more than fucking 15, 20%. That's just
that's a
fucking
big difference.
significant.
Yeah.
So now
I'm not talking about. You're not talking about a couple thousand
No.
bucks.
So
Then.
now you're looking at the guy that's high end. You're like, holy fuck, how did this guy come up? Let's throw an arbitrary
Yeah.
number because I don't remember what it was. But let's say it was 750,000, and then you got a guy on the low end at 600,000. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So
The fuck?
to me, which is the most important thing in our business that they haven't done, is they have to take the objectivity out of appraisals. Meaning, they've done that with underwriting for the most part, because now on FHA
automated.
loans, it's all automated. They have so much information, they just, and then the
That's it.
fucking computer spits out
Yes.
all the shit.
Yeah,
Yes
this is
or
good.
no?
Or it needs sand from the
And
Sahara
it's good,
Desert.
you like
but
that?
it's good. I agree with that. I agree with that. Although we don't do that,
Right.
Because we just don't.
We can't in our environment.
In our business, we can't.
Yeah.
But in the regular business,
too
what ends
gray.
up happening is, and I worked where we didn't have automated
Yeah.
fucking underwritings, right? So the motherfucker underwriter will wake up in the morning. She's just not feeling right, or his wife fucking kicked him in the nuts the night before. So you know what?
There have been cases.
But let's but let's figure it out. What would we get?
Yeah.
Denial, suspend.
Yeah. Just because of how they're
So
feeling that
she's
day.
not fucking feeling
Yeah.
well that day, right? Well, fuck you and your fucking feelings.
I mean, there's stereotypes for a reason.
Well,
right?
really, right? Now, the next day, the guy got laid with his mistress. Now he's fucking happy. Approved, clear to
Weird.
close.
So weird. So is that emotional of an industry?
100%. That's exactly how it was.
I mean, you could walk in with the right shirt and
Yeah.
get your
you-
loan approved.
No, she's right.
I mean, that's why I cover mine up.
No, so what ends up happening is...
Did you know?
No, but they ended up automating that.
Okay.
And I thought that was one of the best things that they could have done. Now, but in all of mortgages, our entire business is based upon what fucking value that property is
That's a lot of power.
worth.
That's a lot of
Yes.
power.
So how is it that today we're still letting some fucking alcoholic drug addict, for the most part, go out and appraise these fucking properties?
But he didn't mean for all appraisals.
I was just about to say that. We don't despise all of
Do
you.
you know? Did
97%.
Did you know that one time at a plane, I met an underwriter?
Say that again?
I met an underwriter.
What? What do
Like
you mean?
in person.
Oh, you hadn't before?
No. I was like, I used to be a musician. I talked to everybody next to me. One day, this lady, and I'm like, oh, so what do you do for a living? She's like, I'm an underwriter. I was
Did
like,
she look like Cruella DeVille?
you're underwriter loans?
It's so funny because
loans.
outside of us,
Yeah, I know. They don't
a
know.
lot
No.
of people think they're like fucking like underwriters
knows?
are like they don't know, like they don't
Yeah.
run
Like,
into them.
For some reason,
Yeah.
I associated underwriter
That
with
they don't
with-
exist
I-
in the real
Like,
world.
For me, it was like
It's
underwriter.
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For me, it was more like underwriter, undertaker.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know?
Did
Pretty
she have one of those things?
I don't know, but she definitely was not easy in the eye.
Man. We used to have when
Maybe I haven't.
Most of them
maybe I
look
wasn't
pretty
drinking
miserable,
that day.
I will say.
miserable. this is when you could smoke. Okay. And,
Oh, they all
Oh
smoke.
my God, man.
You
They
guys
all
are general.
smoke.
First of all, you slammed on appraisers, and now
I didn't. I said
now
97%.
all underwriters.
Well, my underwriters.
Look,
are
I'm a
great.
salesperson. I can't help it.
tell me about your underwriter.
My underwriters are fucking fantastic.
I
She's
will-
having,
Real person?
She's currently having a little tiff with one of them.
Not a tiff.
It's a little
Okay,
tiff.
what is it? Tell me about it.
What's
Not-
going on, Melissa? Tell us.
Look, everyone should be a team player. Okay.
Yes.
Are you saying this
And-
underwriter is not a team player?
You know, it's
She
again,
just likes to dig her heels in. I don't want to have to go to The Godfather.
No,
all
nobody
right.
wants to go to The
But
Godfather.
the problem
what I'll
is-
tell you
Kissing the
is
ring.
no one's going to stop me from getting my deal done.
Right.
So now,
But what ends up
now I
happening
got to
is-
go to
Then
him.
you get a phone call.
So what ends up happening is, right? I look.
Godfather.
No. But the thing is, I'll tell you. Here's the delicate, and you used to do operations, right?
Yeah.
So here's
I used
the,
to manage.
Here's the delicate situation with mortgage businesses. You can't survive without sales, but the operations are there to keep you from going out of business,
Yes.
right?
If you're
And I
processing
understand that
underwriter sucks,
fully.
I don't care how good at sales you are,
Yeah.
you're gonna suck too.
So now, it's a fine line. So now she tries her best.
Wait a minute.
No.
Does she watch this?
No, she doesn't.
What? And what did she did?
Because
No, she doesn't. She
because
doesn't.
it will matter.
No,
I need to
but we're
keep,
talking in
I
general.
need to keep things nice and easy.
We're talking in general anyway. In general, what ends up happening is
Did I just turn red?
You have a
She-
salesperson.
yeah.
like shit.
You have a
She had a-
salesperson
Yeah.
who happens to be right. Okay, they
Always.
exhaust this situation because again, now you have one person holding the fucking keys. Now she doesn't want to, or he doesn't want to rat out the underwriter, but it's no choice. Now they come to me, or they go to Ross or whatever. Now we make the call, and we go, "Hey, what's going on?" Automatically, whoever you're calling
They
is
take
going to say,
offense.
"Really, this motherfucker had
Yeah.
you fucking call me?" Not
Yeah.
to say that that's what she said.
I know it happened. Jen told me.
No, but that's not
But
what
don't
she
mention
said.
Well,
names.
I'm telling you, Jen
Don't
said
mention
she
names.
I'm
went to
saying
her.
it didn't happen. It didn't happen. She didn't call you a motherfucker.
I mean, she did to Jen.
No, she didn't.
Okay.
Some drama. I love this.
She didn't call you a motherfucker to me. How's that?
Can you
All
call
right,
her
she
now?
didn't say a
Can
motherfucker,
can you
but
call
she
her
was-
now? Can you
No.
call her?
She was offended. She was offended.
She was offended. She
Yes.
was upset because.
But that's where you need to let that shit go.
No. She was upset. Not upset. She was a little ticked off.
Yes.
Because of your relationship with her.
Yes.
And she's like, if we have that relationship, she shouldn't come to you. So my response to her
Thank
was, she
I
has a
exhausted.
duty to come to me when I'm telling her something and she
Yes.
knows something, and obviously you're looking at something in a different way.
Yes.
And if I don't clarify the situation, we're
Yes.
going to be in landlocked. I'm not looking to lose a fucking deal
Yeah.
over something that is not correct.
Especially a $2 million deal.
Right.
Come on, Melissa.
No, but so that's what happens within a lending organization where a lot of people don't understand. It's a delicate situation between sales and operation.
Absolutely. But what I will say is I do need that partnership.
You
So
do.
I am very mindful
You are.
on how I speak
Absolutely.
to
100%.
every I don't care what your role is.
Yeah.
I treat everybody the same. And I only go to drastic measures of escalating a situation if I absolutely
Yeah.
have to.
You do.
I am not a crybaby.
Nope.
I
And
handle
I said
my
that.
shit.
And
yeah.
I said that. And then it turned out that the information she got and the way I said to her, I go, I need to know who the fuck told you that you need this because
Yeah.
it's not you. And she said, it was
So and so.
so-and-so.
Yeah.
And I said, well, does so-and-so own this business?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I said, so don't fucking tell me.
Yeah.
I'm fucking telling you. I said, now if I'm telling you this, it is what it is. It's not going to go above me. There is no other conversation with anybody else. I'm fucking telling you. Now, if wants to lend his money,
Sure.
then he can make the fucking rules.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended it. She was a little bit upset. And then I called her back because she got me upset. And I said, I don't want you to be upset. But when I'm telling you something, you have to just respect what I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what? She's actually reviewing a $5 million deal of mine.
You're
Let's
fucked.
see. Let's see if
Here
she
she,
finishes on that.
Melissa, hoping
Here we
we can
go.
delay this episode a
There
few
we
weeks.
are.
I mean, I might have to sneak out for a
You
second.
couldn't have fucking told me this before we were recording this?
Yeah.
Sorry, you're the best.
Yeah. Yeah. She is the best.
She's the best.
You know what? So that's the
No,
thing
she's the
is
best.
that,
She's really
look,
good.
I appreciate a hard worker, and
Yeah.
she's a hard worker. That's the only thing I ask of somebody
Mm-hmm.
is because I work my ass off.
Yes.
I do expect the same within my
Yeah.
team,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you're only as good as your team, as you said.
100%.
But
Absolutely.
You also have to play mental mind tricks with people, right? The thing is, if it's coming from a salesperson, the message comes in a different way.
No matter what.
No
No
matter
matter how I relay it.
No matter how she relays it.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes from an owner, it's an order.
Yes.
It's not a fucking request.
Right.
Yes.
I'm not asking.
Now, when I get ass bent, is when I speak to someone and they think it's a request. And then I fucking correct their brain. I go, this is not a fucking request.
No.
Yeah.
I'm fucking telling you this.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm requesting.
no.
I'm fucking telling you.
Let's go.
And if I lose, it's my fucking money.
Right,
And it's
right.
my fucking business. So
Yeah.
now,
I get it. It exactly comes with being a business owner like that.
It
It's
be-
just like you
it-
have
it-
to make
yeah.
those kinds of hard decisions.
but it's hard. It's hard. It's very, it gets challenging, but thank God we have a good team. We really do.
I've said it
Yeah,
numerous
yeah,
times.
but shit
I
happens.
have never had a team that gives a fuck as much as the team at Investor
Okay, so
Funding.
what not to do when applying for a hard money loan? The worst things that you like immediately red flags that you're like, I don't want this. This is crazy.
It really. Now,
What not to do
Yeah,
when
like,
applying?
what do you not want to
Let me
see?
have a clarify something.
Yeah.
What level person are you? Are you
mean,
a beginner? Or you
in
have you
the
done
middle.
2-3 deals?
You've done 2-3 deals. You have some experience.
I'll let Melissa.
And then I
answer
come
that.
Sure.
to you and I
So-
tell you something that you immediately like flag.
asking for 100% leverage, asking for too much when you don't have the experience, right? Or even if you do have the experience, in today's world, it is not 100% financing game. Right?
What's your response, immediate response when somebody tells you and you give them terms and they say, well, so-and-so is giving me this. What's your immediate response?
I say, who is it? Because I know my competitors.
Oh.
Yeah. And so look, there are a handful out there. There are a handful of idiots out there who are lending on certain things that they probably shouldn't be
But they
and
pay
will
the
not
price.
be around much longer.
Right.
You know?
You
And
think people will always find somebody that will fund a deal like that here and there?
No, I want to tell you something that I learned a long time ago. I generally go into every situation thinking I'm the smartest person, but the truth is I'm not. And as much as I'll fucking sit there and I'll trash those guys on Wall Street, I'll tell you something. They are some of the most brilliant fucking people on the planet. And there's a reason that they get paid what they get paid. So now, these motherfuckers have access to thousands of points of, different things, right? Like data points. A lot of data points. Whenever I have tried to push, like for instance, leverage or something, they'll get an analyst on the phone with me, right? Like the guys from PIMCO. And they'll say, Mr. Afra, we appreciate what you're asking for. However, here's the data on what you're saying.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then you look at the data, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Look at that. As much as I think I'm brilliant and smart, no, fuck. I mean, they show it to you. This 5 points extra in leverage is equivalent to, let's say, a 40% spike in defaults.
Yeah.
Which you wouldn't think. And you're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, wow.
Yeah.
This guy's
Yeah.
The less
So then-
skin in the game,
so then
the
they
less
come-
skin in the game that an individual has, the more likely they are to back away from that project.
That is not an assumption. It is a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
It's a fact.
Explain that. Simplify it. For
Break it
regular
down.
people. Either you, Steve, or Melissa.
Well, Melissa, go ahead.
Why is that?
I don't even remember what I just
Well,
said.
the skin again, meaning if somebody
Skin in the game. So you need to have your own money in the transaction, right? The likelihood if you put $100,000 of your own money, skin in the game, into the project, the likelihood of you walking away from your hard-earned
Correct.
$100,000 is much less than you walking away from a project that you've put absolutely
No
nothing
money.
into.
Right. And the same thing happens where a lot of people who are syndicating deals, right? And we have, meaning, let's say Melissa speaks to somebody and she says that in this deal, we need $150,000 in order to fund the deal, right? Now, they'll go out and they'll raise that capital. Now, if they have zero participation in that capital, and that means they've raised $150,000, that's a potential issue also. Not that we know, and it's very hard for us to find out, but we know someone mutual, which you know who I'm talking about, who we lent money to here in Nashville that did that, right? And what do you think? On the properties that he put his own money in, he's already completed every single fucking one on record time within 6 months.
But the ones where he had zero of his own investment,
Do you know what he's done in 6 months?
absolutely nothing.
Absolutely fucking
Yeah.
nothing. So I had to have a conversation with this fucking guy, and I said to him, "You're an asshole.
You're a
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
You're a motherfucker." And I said, "I'm never going to do business with you ever again." I said, "And when it comes time, because I gave you 12-month notes, I'm not going to fucking renew you. I'm
Yeah.
not. There's no fucking way.
Yeah.
You could go fuck yourself, go figure something else out."
Yeah.
And that's the case. Why? Because it also goes back to what Melissa's saying. This fucking guy is spending all his time on the fucking things, and the best thing is, those loans, he didn't even do it with us.
Yeah.
So, and I found out who he did it with, and I went to him. I go, "So let me figure this out." And I went to those fucking properties. Why? Because I went to Dana. I said, "What were those applications?" And he said, "Well, this one, he didn't do with us." What do you think I did? I went to those fucking properties, and he is there working
Yeah.
on them.
Yeah.
And the 4 with me, nothing. Didn't fucking nothing. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's fucking nothing.
But
going
raised
on.
none of it's his own capital, right? All 100% raised.
100% raised.
Yeah.
And that's
So-
I figured that out after
Yeah.
the fact, right?
Yeah.
So because I ended up calling somebody that was on the loan with him, and I said, "Do you know what's happening?" "No, Steve, this and that." He's telling us, that this went down and that went down. I go, "But you're not questioning that the mortgage payment, it hasn't increased in any
Yeah.
way? Like you're still
Yeah.
at like 100,000? I
Yeah.
mean, you're not questioning that. Why isn't it not 200,000 at this point? Why isn't it not 300,000?
And the reason that is, just so everyone can understand, is we hold the construction holdback is held in a reserve account, right? So your loan amount increases as you draw from that construction reserve.
Right. So anyway, here we are. This motherfucker hasn't touched anything on these fucking 4 deals, and that's that.
Proving the point.
So-
Proving the
that
point.
Yep. So
little leverage.
there's another.
no skin in the game.
Yep.
Like
There's
that-
another really important thing, and it shows the lack of knowledge that somebody may have when previewing a deal with me, is going to be profitability, right? So I can tell right away when they give me those numbers as far as what the current value is, what the construction budget is, and what the after repaired value is, if there's profitability in the deal, without even doing math, right? It's very simple. But often somebody will say, "No, I believe in this." And I'm like, okay, well, it makes absolutely no sense. So not only are you going to have such a small profit margin if you do sell, but even if you hold it as a rental,
This doesn't make sense.
you're negative. So that shows the, again, lack of maturity within this space, right?
Yep.
So I have a question for you.
No,
No.
that's the answer.
What's the craziest thing that's transpired in one of the deals that you've ever done? What would you say is the craziest thing? And I'll tell you.
Craziest in a good or bad?
Either way.
Either way.
Craziest thing in one of my deals?
That maybe you had to do to close the deal. What crazy thing you had to do to
Whether it was with a partner, with a lender, with a sub.
While you think about it, I'm going to tell you.
No. I mean, I don't know if it's that crazy. It's just like
You've been fortunate.
the craziest things that have happened to me is that I've done deals where I put so much trust in the partner or in the GC that I think they're just gonna do their job, and then they're just like 3 weeks without visiting the site or nothing, and then I go there and I'm like,
What the fuck?
what's just happened? Did you have a 5-year-old like here, like doing this kitchen, like it's all like, but that's not. I mean, I haven't had like anything like super crazy to be honest. I'm very conservative,
I'll give you one. So I had an FHA loan that was closing.
For yourself, or this is a client?
For a client.
Yeah. Okay.
And one of these fix and flippers was the seller.
Okay.
So I had to have a reinspection done.
Yep.
Because there was something that they needed to fix. So I set up the closing and the reinspection, and I said, I'll still set up the closing, and we'll go to closing. And in New York, we have bank attorneys.
Everyone sits at the table together.
Sits at the table together.
Weird,
Yeah.
awkward.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
Like,
right?
Yes.
So you have the bank attorney.
Pretty much.
You have the bank attorney. You have
Because we all know not all deals are.
You have the
sweet and
buyer's attorney, the bank attorney,
and
seller's
the
attorney,
all sitting at the table with the
Yes.
realtor. Okay?
Oh my God.
and the buyer and the seller.
And the buyer,
And the underwriter. No.
Sometimes underwriter.
Really?
Yeah, because they might have to do something final, right? So I get the the reinspection is supposed to happen, and these guys are sitting at the closing table.
Okay.
Okay. I get a call from the appraiser, and this is before Dodd-Frank.
Okay. You get a call from the appraiser.
From the appraiser, he says, "Steve."
They've gutted the whole property.
Well, no, listen to it. It gets better.
Oh, how does it get
He
better?
goes, "Steve, the property isn't here."
Oh, they demoed it.
No. Fucking
It was
thing.
a modular home.
The fucking property burnt down.
Oh, Jesus.
There was nothing left. Okay? I go, what the fuck are you talking about? At the closing table, right? So I go to the closing table. I go, because I knew the fucking seller knew.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and he was just going to bullshit.
Yes.
And let the closing
Yes.
Oh
occur.
my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
So I go into the closing room. I go, is this something we should know?
Perhaps something minor.
This is a fix-it flipper.
Just a little
Perhaps something
minor.
minor that we should talk about. The asset is gone.
Nothing. I hear nothing. Crickets. Was there a fucking... I go, do I smell a fire? Does someone smell like fucking smoke? And my brother's with me. He's like ready to fucking kill somebody. Yeah. And he goes like, well, did you happen to have a fire in this fucking house? He goes, well, it was something small. I go, small? I go, how about there's no fucking house left?
Wow. Wow.
So this motherfuckers were selling a burnt down house, knowing that the fucking thing was burnt down.
Oh, that's some people.
And that's
That's
New
a
York.
piece of shit.
But that's New York for you.
Well,
That
I have
was
one.
New
I
York.
have one. The other day, one of my clients calls me and says, "I want this land in Franklin, 75,000." Already a red flag immediately. But
There's zero chance.
But I know the agent.
Zero chance.
But I know the agent. The agent's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Super seasoned. And I'm like, yo, girl, like, she's like, I have 19 offers and 18 people every second calling me for this, but I got your offer and your offer is the best. What? And then, and I'm
75 was the best for a lot in
no,
Franklin.
we offer 90. Like my client offered 90. I told
Okay.
him to go aggressive,
Yeah.
And then,
So nice
and then,
of that.
so the weekend comes and I'm like, hey, what's up? She's like, I don't know. I asked a question to the seller and I started to feel uneasy. And I'm like, you're getting scammed. Right
Yeah.
there. I was like, you
Yeah.
don't know this guy. She said, no. On the phone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of state. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're getting scammed. And
He doesn't even own the land.
No.
And
Yeah.
she had already a bunch of
100%.
offers. She wasted so much time.
Yeah.
on
She
that.
should know better
Yeah,
as a
we-
No,
realtor.
but like, sometimes you just, it depending how busy you are. A lot of times you're so busy that you're like, oh yeah, I'll sell you land, whatever. Before you know it, you have the land on the contract and they
No,
close and they're
you
out with the
wouldn't
money.
have done that.
75,000. You
wouldn't
wouldn't
have.
have.
You would have left.
Yeah.
I mean, the moment I would have seen the land for 75,
Exactly.
I would have been like, whatever. But I understand, like, she's very seasoned, like, and he didn't get past her. He got past her where she listed it, but she
And
caught it
accepted an
early
offer.
enough.
I mean,
She didn't
she
accept it. She was negotiating, but she got it early enough to where, like,
Come on, 19 fucking offers? There's something up with her too.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah. Like,
Little bit.
she's a little stunad.
Little bit.
I just hope none of my friends watch this damn podcast.
We're going to blow up.
None of my friends. I'm not even going to post the link or nothing. None of my friends or clients are allowed to watch this damn podcast.
I know. We just destroyed our whole
Oh
business.
my God.
You're fucked. You just lost a fucking $6 million deal.
Shit.
You better not post this. Post this like in a month from now.
Just do snippets of it.
This is gonna come in a month and 2 weeks.
Is it?
Oh, boy.
I'm kidding.
I gotta go in 10 minutes.
All right, yeah. So, anyway, let's finish this off. Anything else you'd like to add? Anyone we missed the motherfuck or destroying our businesses?
I mean, business is great.
Business is great.
I'm not tripping.
2025 is fucking fantastic.
I love it.
Fucking fantastic. This is going to be my best month that I've ever had in the history of my
That
career.
is awesome.
Thank you.
Roll Tide.
Yeah.
So,
And then next month, I'm going to beat it. Thank you. Yeah.
I'd like to say something. In 2025, the message to you is this. Be careful. Do your research. Do your homework. Don't fall for fucking stupid shit. Use your own brain and don't rely on other people.
Don't be a motherfucker.
If
Be
it's
a
too good,
motherfucker.
if it's too good, it's not true.
Don't be a stupid motherfucker,
All right.
but be a good motherfucker.
And so, Mike, thank you for coming.
Mike, thank you for coming. Melissa, fuck you for taking my seat.
I love this chair, actually. I feel like it suits me.
It matches your hat
Thank you.
and your eyebrows.
Thank you very much.
Just saying.
Well,
Complimenting the lady.
our gay editor is telling us to go. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. You've been listening to The Game of Loans, where real estate battles are fought and won. Make sure to fortify your defenses by subscribing. Cash flow is coming, and we'll be back next time to help you claim your throne. The war of wealth continues.